Well.
Welcome to the Dr. G Show. And hello.
I can't even do it. I was going to sing something, but I can't sing. Every time I do something, they're like, Dr. G, is there anything you can't do? Yeah, sing and play music. And you are like the best at that stuff.
Dr.
So I have.
G Show.
So basically, I have humor, and then you have the musical talent.
Oh, that's all I have?
All right.
So basically, I'm better than you. Is
Tracy
what you
Holdham is
say.
watching. Uh-oh.
Okay. Oh, we got a few.
Tracy, we're going to need you
joining.
to hop
Hello.
off because we're going to talk behind your back on the show.
I'm sorry, Tracy.
Yes. So, Dr. G and the boss today. And the boss is Holly Hajajina. And
No one, I'll never get referrals
you know,
or anybody.
Sonia's mom thinks that's the funniest thing ever. She's always talking about, and he can't pronounce her name. It's the funniest.
She said, oh my God.
Hey,
Did
Linda.
she say that?
Hey, Tracy.
Oh my God.
I know. She's so cute.
My name's Holly.
You can't even say it. So it's from the back of the throat, like really just back. Hajajina.
Hajaj.
Hajajina. Hajajina.
Stop.
Hey, Ruben.
I work for the YMCA. A few plugs. This is April. And
No,
right now you can go to the Y for free on Tuesdays.
Every day.
Try the Y for free. Try the
Every
Y
day.
Tuesdays. You don't have to be with a member. So come down and visit downtown and say hello.
Wait, is it only for the downtown?
No, any branch. Try the Y Tuesdays. There's 2 more left in April.
Hey, there's Tim. There's two more opportunities for that.
2 more opportunities.
I got a membership to the Y. I think I should
There's
start
also
going.
Also, there's also Healthy Kids Day coming up. That's for free. That's at Camp Hyde. And there is a 5K that you can do. They need more people to sign up for the 5K. There is also a family fun run that's only a mile there. If you've never been out to Camp Hyde, there's going to be all kinds of fun things to do.
Is that in Arc City?
I have no idea.
Oh my God. That's what I love. And I'm like, I know everything. And then somebody asks me a question. I'm like, oh crap. How do I not know this answer? All right. So this is episode 140,000 or 140 or 141. It's one of those. And we're continuing our what's the hell in our food?
What's the hell in our food?
In our food. And I got something to show you guys.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We're
right?
on pins and needles.
Ready?
Everyone, please.
All right. Dr. G. See? Now I got my own gang sign. So, Blue Wafflers is our meditation group. And then Dr. G.
I think you might be
It's my
the
gang
only
sign.
person that finds that cool.
Dude, I'm intimidating all the other doctors that watch this show. They're like, oh shit, he's straight. We can tell by the hairdo.
Hi, Edna. Edna's back.
So, you guys might all notice that Holly has a real glow about her today.
What? What?
Is it true that...
It's because I'm naturally beautiful and I live a lifestyle consistent with health and longevity.
Nice. You look like you're on a date.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did someone go on a date?
You?
No.
I think you went on one recently.
I have no glow about me.
This
I
is
got nothing
not
going
a
on.
celebrity interview, okay? I know I'm famous and interesting, but
So
not
tell us all the
everybody-
details.
no.
What was her name?
Okay. Okay. So,
You're not going to tell?
nope.
Think that's
What do
what
you
it
guys want to learn about in terms of toxic chemicals?
Okay, so wait. Linda says every time I hear blue waffle, I gross out. Yes, there is the gross blue waffle,
What is?
the legend in the internet.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you don't want to know what that. You got to Google image that. Not safe for work. But it's supposed
censored.
to. It's supposed to refer to
There's
STDs.
Censored.
But blue waffler sound like we were.
Hi, Roy.
It sounds funny. like blue waffle. But then, I don't know.
It sounds like there might be something
Sunshine Mafia.
disgusting on the other end.
Sunshine Mafia was the other name.
Did you come up with that name knowing that?
No, JV did in our meditation group, and then she tricked us into calling ourselves that, knowing that there's a whole dark side to that name.
Well, there's a dark innuendo to almost anything these days, so
that's what I heard.
You can just say she has her mind in the gutter.
That's right. No, JV's mad at me already.
Okay, it's a she. Google it.
No, don't Google.
Well, that's what Linda was saying.
Ooh, don't do that.
Okay.
So Linda knows. She knows what's up. All right. So, go ahead.
Can I recap because you're going to be talking most of this show?
Can I pre-cap and you recap?
No. Preface my recap.
And you do post-cap?
So, last week, we talked about toxic chemicals.
Right.
And we discussed Coal Tar. A character from the He-Man show.
He-Man. And She-Ra. Who's on She-Ra
Coal Tar
sometimes.
and they had an affair. And He-Man was like, what? And then...
She made She-Tar.
So, Coal Tar, we talked about that. We talked about benzene, didn't we?
A little bit, I think.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. So
you guys remember what we talked about?
Benzene is the flammable part of gasoline that we use to make a bunch of plastics and preservatives in our food and drinks in America.
We talked about plastics, I remember that. Did we talk about petroleum?
Oh, we didn't. Go ahead.
What kind of questions do you guys have? That's right, the Bens. Remember the joke?
That's right.
Bens and Jerry's.
That's right.
Okay.
Can I show mine?
Oh, no.
There's only one good Benz, and that's this. Shut it down. I stole these keys. It's good. There's only one good Benz.
And
Mercedes-Benz.
The Benz in my knees.
Even my 1990 Benz 190 was better than benzene in food and drinks. And I didn't own it in 1990.
Thank you, Linda.
10 years ago.
I really need that support sometimes.
Oh, wait.
Let's look at this question.
Ray.
Can you, if you touch it, it'll be better. If I touch it, it'll be bad. Click on see more. So oil byproducts are toxic.
Yeah,
Have there been studies that show mechanics get sick more often because of oil contact when working?
That's really good. You know, when I was a kid, I'd work on my own car because I grew up a little ghetto and poor. So I would, but I was also a waiter, so I'd wear rubber gloves when I worked on the car. And all these roughnecks would just make fun of me like crazy. Guess what mechanics wear now? Rubber gloves.
Why? Just because of their...
Well, they don't want to get their fingernails dirty, because if you get your manicure twice in 1 week...
They're all metrosexuals?
That's right. They're like, oh my God. So when you ask your mechanic, hey, what's under your nails? And they'll either go like this, or they'll go like that.
Can I interrupt just for a second?
What?
This tea is delicious.
That's pomegranate. No, that's passion flower. Passion flower... Tazo?
Tazo. I think Tazo.
Tazo or Tazo?
It's really good.
It's dope. It's from flowers
I
or something.
hope you guys are jealous.
It's made from hibiscus, orange peels, rose hips, and passion fruit flavors.
It's tangy.
I'm drinking my...
I like tangy.
Gooder... What the hell am I? Something orangey.
So, back to chemicals and oil.
So Ray's thing. So, yeah. That's a good question because I bet there are. I know a lot of times, like, we used to use brake cleaner to clean our hands.
Wow.
And gasoline to clean our hands after working on the car.
We've used gasoline after using paint, like oil-based paint.
Yeah.
And what's the other thing? Paint thinner.
Paint thinner, yeah. And so anything you touch, then you absorb into your bloodstream, just like you would using essential oils or something good. But yeah, I bet you anything there's toxicity because like even firemen, they now on Cake News they were talking about that they need to get regular detoxification program because of constant exposure to flame retardant.
Really?
Oh yeah, that's cake news. You know that's legit. So yeah. So one of the interesting things too with paint thinner, and I think we talked about it, was you take benzene, you can make paint thinner, and then you can add that to food in the form of BHT, which is that T is toluene, it's butyl hydrotoluene.
Will it show up in the ingredient list as BHT?
Yeah, so BHT is horrific, and it's in all kinds of stuff like foods and drinks and supplements and kids products. Hey, there's Francesca.
BHT, bad, horrible thing.
What's that group?
I don't know.
No, something.
The guys.
Simple thing. Oh, damn it. What's that? All right, so putting paint thinner in your food. Sure, it sounds like a bad idea, but you guys don't understand. It's very profitable for companies to do this. So if you and your kids have to drink a little bit of paint thinner, I think it's worth it. I really do. I mean, my stock goes up, half the country died. It's fine. Now, if you guys put a little bit of paint thinner in your kids' stuff, well, you're going to jail and losing your kids. But if a company does it in America, well, that's good business. See, I should be at that board meeting.
He does make a point. I'm gonna allow that.
So wait. Linda Rose says.
Simply Red.
Simply Red.
I was thinking of Boys to Men.
PYT, Pretty Young Thing.
That's Michael Jackson.
I know.
Okay, so
right.
Actually, Linda's asking, when shopping, how do we know when things are truly organic?
Well, so organic, like wild caught, free range, grass-fed, grass-finished, those are legal terms. So you'll see some docs like me that are just like, again, always do the best you can, stick with the terms that are protected, and then you'll have some that get a little more extreme, like, organic's not organic and you're all going to die. Well, what can we do instead of that? Nothing, grow your own. Well, it's not helpful, right? So we always want to maximize good, minimize bad. That's patent pending. I think I came up with that. And so, so then, what's that?
Organic.
God dang, dad jokes.
What's the difference between certified organic or what the labeling show? But I know where you're going. You're saying just do the lesser of two evils, right?
Yes, but organic for meat gets sketchy as hell. Because if you have a pig farm, right, and you feed all those pigs expired organic junk food, it's still considered organic meat. Isn't that crazy? So they'll feed pigs ice cream and cows ice cream and potato chips and stuff that's all expired, but as long as the food's organic, they can call the meat organic. So meat organic is ridiculous. You just want grass-fed, 100%, no antibiotics, and at the best, like grass-fed, grass-finished. Is that right? Do you know anything about that?
Everything.
Who's this guy you went out with?
You are out of control. Versus wild.
They want to know.
You want to know.
They want to know.
Oh my God. I was.
Versus wild.
I'm pleading the fifth. So, what other questions do you guys have in terms of toxicity, chemicals? You mentioned they have to do a detox. The firemen. What kind of detox do they do?
Well, they were talking about infrared sauna. I mean, so with detox, like most people don't really need to do detox programs. They just need to exploit the detoxification mechanisms within the body. So that's breathing. So things like...
Did you say breathing or breathing?
When you breathe harder. So it's the same thing. Breathing. Breathing.
Breathing.
Breathing.
Breathing.
Now you sound like you're breathing.
So breathing is a mechanism for detoxification.
Dang, one date and you're just like breathing and just you can't keep track of stuff. Who is this guy?
You're really in trouble.
All right. Yes. I wait till we're all live and then devious plans hatch. Okay. So
This is what you get for getting off topic.
I keep forgetting because I go off topic.
Breathing is detoxification.
Breathing. So breathing is detoxification. I love giving you crap. So breathing, so exercise. And I've heard somebody around here that exercise is really important, but I can't remember who. So breathing, so the aerobic respiration increases your burning of sugar.
Yes, and triglycerides.
34 times. Dang it, I can't remember now. But like 34 times, I think. Or 36 times more energy is burned when you breathe harder. So you breathe that out.
So it's important to exercise, not only just to breathe and do breathing practices, but exercise and you'll get even more detoxification.
The other way is sweating. So that's why on Cake News they talked about infrared sauna.
Also exercise.
Yeah. So what about like...
hot baths.
Hot baths, yeah. What about dry sauna versus wet sauna? Do you know the difference?
Yeah.
Tell me. No, I mean...
One is steam and one isn't.
I know, but what... Do they both do the same?
Different things?
I think they're
one
both the same.
just seems like warmth.
Yeah,
you'll sweat in either, but I think you'll sweat more in a sauna.
So with the wet one?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too. So people do hot yoga. Hot sauna?
It's sweat. Yep, they do.
Is hot a sauna?
Asana?
Does that always mean hot? Asana yoga?
No, asana means pose in Sanskrit. So.
Oh.
It's just hot poses.
We all speak Sanskrit. Don't get all shavasana up in my corpse pose. Is that the same thing?
You all up in your grill.
What's corpse pose?
Shavasana.
Ah, see, I knew it. I speak Sanskrit. So breathing, sweating, pooping. I've heard that's pretty good. So your liver constantly filters your blood at the rate of 400 liters per hour, and then it pulls out stuff, and the liver's almost always clean.
400 liters?
Yeah, per hour.
Per hour?
Wow, man, your heart's just boom, 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 boom. You ever heard a heart? It just constantly goes.
You said liver.
No, I know, but the heart keeps pumping stuff around.
Yeah.
Okay. So your liver gets just filter like that, right? And then it takes all the extra stuff and helps squirt it out through poop. Your kidneys do it.
I like that you use the word squirt.
Squirt it out as pee. So you make lemonade and...
and chop fudge around the corner.
How's that go?
Milk.
Lemonade
around the corner fudge is made. I should not know this.
I feel like we should play hopscotch and do that.
I got that off Will and Grace.
Lemonade around the corners where the fudge is made.
No, around the corner fudge is made.
I feel like there's another one. Okay.
I'm sorry this is infantile.
So.
But I'm sort of not.
Poop, pee, breath, sweat.
How can I have a question?
Is there another one?
Well, I just have a question. Oils. What about your oil secretions?
That's sweating. It's through there.
Okay.
What about crying? That works.
Crying. Let's cry.
Is there another detoxification thing we missed?
You talked about liver and you talked about kidneys.
Liver, kidney, poop, pee,
I have a question.
sweat,
how do you maximize the detoxification through your poo?
Drink lots of water.
Okay.
And eat
lots
things.
of fiber.
Right. So eating lots of, especially through poo, fiber, toxins bind to fiber. Oils that are healthy bind to toxins.
Not only toxins bind to fiber, but excess sugar binds to fiber. Cholesterol binds to fiber. The bad cholesterol.
Yeah.
If we consider some of it bad.
We don't. Excess.
Let's say excess.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And then there's lots of nutrients that are in our food that actually are detoxifying, and then things like milk thistle. Or actually, most all the dark greens, like the spirulina, the chlorella.
At first, I thought you said milk the soul.
Milk the soul.
Milk thistle.
Similarian? I think it's called similarian.
Similarian.
Is the name for milk thistle. And milk thistle is kind of like bowl thistle. I like to find bowl thistle, and I pull out all the little elite flowers, and then I eat them when I hike.
Oh, so you think you're better than everybody else?
I'm not saying that. I'm just agreeing with the statistics of all those who voted.
What? Oh, wow.
Just making shit up.
Oh, okay. I should expect that. So.
Since we both wore blue for the troops today, dark blue.
So, coal tar. We've talked about coal tar. And
Yeah.
where do we primarily find coal tar? Just recap.
Things we eat, drink, breathe, rub on our skin, and wear.
Artificial flavors, artificial colors,
artificial scents,
artificial pigments,
artificial
scents,
fibers,
vanillin.
artificial oils for lotion.
Okay.
Yep.
So if you see fragrance,
So usually,
what does that mean?
Usually, fragrance means toxic from benzene. It actually has phthalates in there too, which phthalates are horribly estrogenic. We talked a little bit about that before, but that's from benzene. And then the fragrance itself is typically made by making artificial scents that's actually derived from coal tar.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the aromatic molecules, benzene ring, and then the emulsifiers, the phthalates. So it's gas, or gas, estrogen.
How does our audience know whether or not something they are buying has these things in it?
It does.
But how will they know?
So if you buy like things that are essential oils or natural oils, those are going to be fine, right? So if you get a candle that's scented with real actual vanilla, then that's fine. But if you get a cheap ass candle that's scented with vanillin, well then that's toxic.
Yeah, and it'll probably say cheap ass on the label.
Cheap ass. Sometimes they put it together. Chip ass.
Sometimes they hyphenate it.
Or shape ass. Right?
Okay, so that's coal tar.
Shape ass.
Benzene, quick recap summary on benzene and how to recognize benzene
The only good Benz?
when you're shopping.
It's a Mercedes-Benz.
I'm never going to bring this up again in a show. Benzene. So anything that has even a partial amount of the word B-E-N-Z,
boom,
that will be a trigger for you.
Yeah.
To know B-E-N-Z. If you see that, that is the flammable part of gas.
I get triggered with that word a lot. That's the stuff you smell when you're pumping gas. Why you can't smoke, right? I thought they didn't let you smoke at the pump because they're trying to not let you have any fun. Because in America, you're more likely to get cancer from our food than from cigarettes now. So that's why I took up smoking. But now I'm smoking, pumping gas, and then, we can't do that, Dr. G.
That ain't true. Cigarettes is 2 times the risk.
Nope. In 2006, the American diet became the leading cause of preventable death over smoking.
How fast he tries to talk.
Boom. It's not like we're trying to synthesize. It's not like we're trying to synthesize a methylated
I'm done.
alcohol.
I'm done. Okay? So, we talked about coal tar. We've talked about benzene. And we've talked a little bit about plastics.
Did we talk about styrofoam? Probably did.
Did we talk about styrofoam? Do you guys remember?
Styrofoam?
Yes, I think that was one of the last things you ended on.
Probably.
You may have even ended, yes, I think you ended with this because we were ready for toxic metals.
We talked about bisphenol A?
I think so. BPA, what's BPA? Just real quick, recap.
So, I don't think we talked about it. So, BPA is bisphenol A.
She says yes.
Damn it.
Thank you.
Damn it, man.
Moving on, let's get to
because I think we talked about melamine too with that. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Toxic metals. Let's talk about Teflon.
Teflon is really great if you like to be sick. So if you like an autoimmune disease, you should definitely use Teflon. It's really great. And then they have a lot of medication that'll shut off your immune system so you die of a toenail infection.
Dr. G is always sincere, literal, and genuine with everything he says.
I literally could not get out of bed yesterday.
So Teflon is bad.
Right. So Teflon's horrible. So then they came
Why
out...
is aluminum bad?
Aluminum's neurotoxic. Like, that's been that way forever.
What?
Never cook in aluminum pans. Like even I went from stainless steel to aluminum for my cookware when I go mountain climbing up in the mountains. Okay. So to save weight, what's this boy? What's his name?
Stop it. Toxic metals.
Toxic metals. I switched to aluminum because it was lighter, right? But it's horribly toxic. So you don't want aluminum foil. You just use non-wax parchment paper, which actually at Walmart has that, or Dillon's, or the health food store, or eBay, not eBay, Amazon. And then with aluminum pans, you just throw them away. They're horrible. No aluminum bottles either. They got aluminum bottles that are like, oh, it's sturdy and it's cheap. But
do you know? This is totally off topic. I mean, not totally, but sort of.
I never go off topic.
If you chew on aluminum foil, you will create a battery in your mouth. Did you know that? If you have fillings and you chew...
What happens to it?
I think it shocks you. I don't know, I just read it somewhere. Why don't you go home and try it?
Did you watch this off the internet?
Why don't you go home and try it and videotape it?
I gotta still do the cucumber thing with the cats.
You already did the snorting calm.
Oh, magnesium. I did. I snorted magnesium calm.
So.
Natural calm.
So, aluminum, no on aluminum. Teflon, no. What should they cook with instead?
So, now they came out with those eco-coated green ceramic pans.
Are these like $400 that nobody can afford?
No. Don't buy them. They're horribly toxic.
Oh. Okay.
So it took me forever to figure out what the hell was their non-stick coating on those stupid green pans. And it turns out that it's anodized, and as a rock climber, we use anodized aluminum climbing gear. So that aluminum they use or the anodized is aluminum coatings, right? So then they said, don't do aluminum, don't do Teflon, do this anodized thing. So it's the same bull crap, right? It's neurotoxic. So then I looked up the research on that once I figured out, and it said that those eco pans are less neurotoxic than Teflon.
Slightly less.
Slightly less. So
a little less neurotoxic.
How much toxicity do you want? You can get 0 with your Pyrex, Corningware, cast
Visionware,
iron, stainless steel, old school Visionware, or instead of 0, you can just get some neurotoxicity with the anodized green.
What about Pampered Chef stuff? What do they make?
Those stone pans are dope.
That's good. Okay.
I need a stone pan. And
do they make frying pans?
When I had a stone pan, everybody was selling Pampered Chef, trying to hook me up with their stupid pans. And then when I don't have one after the divorce, nobody's
Everybody's
pampering
over
their pans anymore.
It was a phase.
I gotta find a stone pan because we use that.
A pan. You're talking about a pan,
like the cookie,
not a
like
baking.
The cookie sheet one,
Oh.
you know. But
I'm
it's
talking
got the
about
ridge.
what you fry on the top of the stove. You use it on the top of the stove?
No, you use that in the flat one for cookies and pizza and stuff, gluten free of course. And those stone ones are dope. But then for the stovetop, just stainless steel and cast iron. That's all you need.
So Linda, you're good. Stainless steel.
Boom.
Cast iron.
That's right.
Why are you not supposed to wash cast iron pans?
Because they don't like you to have fun. I don't know. I wash mine. People don't use cast iron because it has all these complicated rules they see online. But it's not that hard. I bought one from Walmart. I washed it out, put some oil in there, put it on my stove.
What was the cost?
Like $20 or something.
That's not bad.
No, it's dirt cheap. Don't get the real light ones though. You want the heavy one, right?
Why?
Because you get stronger. Then you have to go work out. What? Get stronger.
Are you serious?
Yes. You gotta just lift your damn pan. If you are too weak to lift the goddamn pan off the stove, there's a problem. There's a problem.
I do have a thing about this. So
right?
If you can't like roll your own window down,
boom.
I do think that we've gone a little haywire with creating a scenario in which we don't have to move.
In my bins, I have a button that I can push and it'll roll up all the windows at once, so that I don't have to sit there and dick around lifting up four.
Oh, so that you don't have to
buttons.
move or exercise.
I know, but you know what I do?
What?
I'm like, screw that. I just lift up 2 buttons at a time. Do it old school. That way I stay strong. Like that, see? Boom.
With your...
I can punch out a grandpa.
With your finger curls. Yeah, that's how Dr. G does it.
So with the cast
do what
iron,
he says, not what he does, people.
What?
That's what
You
I'm
are
saying.
supposed to do that.
We're talking about electric windows.
They don't make Mercedes with roll-up windows. Because I looked. I tried. I said, look,
You did
do
not.
you guys have an E350 with roll-up windows so I can really get that shoulder action in there? Right? Because I like reach across and I like get that like this. Because then you go to CrossFit and they're always like this. But if I have a roll-up, I lean across and roll that thing up. I CrossFit it. I save $70. Boom!
You're ridiculous.
I'm making money. But they didn't have it.
Okay, let's move on. Toxic metals.
Wait. Cast iron pans.
You wonder why we don't get everything into the show.
Oh, Linda says the 19...
Thank you, Linda. She always be supporting me.
Did my 90s... I think my 90s was electric. I don't know. I just know my kids hated that 1990 Mercedes. They hated it, and I loved it.
I love this tea.
So.
Sorry. I'm back. Okay. Fertilizers.
What kind of tea did he drink?
Fertilizers and pesticides.
If I was going to buy him some tea, what
Fertilizers and pesticides.
No, we got to finish with cast iron. So cast iron, just buy your cast iron, wash it out with soap if you want, put some oil in it, leave it on the pan, leave it on the stove. That's it. That's all I've been doing for years. It works perfect. Don't overcomplicate it. Okay?
Are all cast irons the same?
Well.
If it says 100% cast iron, does it say...
Is it organic? It should say 100% grass-finished, wild-caught, organic cast iron from sustainable...
You know what? Linda is just asking if they add things to this
cheap stainless steel they do. From China. Don't buy cheap stainless steel. Buy high-gauge, heavy stainless steel. Like real stainless steel. But cast iron, you should be fine. But I wouldn't get the thin cast iron that's lighter weight. Get the real stuff so you get a strong arm, and then you can roll up that window during the wintertime. See what I'm saying? So, don't worry about it. Just get some cast iron and just do your best, and it's fine. It's absolutely fine. You don't even have to clean it out. Did you know that? You can
I just said that earlier.
And get one of those flat scrapers, the plastic scrapers, and you just scrape all your stuff out. Boom.
I appreciate how you
It is like that easy to clean. Stainless steel, you're scrubbing that pan. Screw that. That's for kids.
Are you done yet? Do you need to talk more?
Now you sound like my last girlfriend.
Oh. Wow. Fertilizers and pesticides. Moving on from toxic metals.
Okay.
Fertilizers and pesticides.
Do you know the two that are safe?
No.
God dang it.
The two fertilizers or pesticides that are safe.
Yeah, super safe.
Is one an essential oil?
They're from an essential oil.
I'm lost. Anybody? Anybody else? The two fertilizer or pesticide? Which one?
Both. Well, pesticide. They're both pesticides.
Safe pesticide.
Yeah. They actually use it in...
Linda says cow chips. As
chips.
Fertilizer.
That's fertilizer. Plus you can start fires with them.
What if the cows are eating crap?
Then they'll be crap in the crap.
Oh.
So, the first one is permethrin, or pyrethrin.
Permethrin. That is actually also a good insect repellent.
God damn, that's what I was saying.
But we were talking about fertilizers and pesticides.
Pesticides.
Oh, pesticides. Oh.
Pesticides.
Now I feel a little idiotic.
Don't worry. Fred will forgive you.
You need to stop.
Tom?
Stop it!
Jeff.
Pesticides.
I bet he has a Star Trek name, doesn't he? Does he speak Klingon?
Spock. I have a crush on Spock. I admit
he
it.
died. Nimoy died. Did you know Leonard Nimoy?
Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah. So he came out with a book about like full-figured women and kind of chubby women, and then there was they were just like I think they were nude maybe, or they just modeled and it showed everything, the rolls and all that stuff, and it was showing the beauty of the body and that women could be proud at any size. And on NPR on Sunday they were talking about this, and this girl's first exposure to beauty of size was from Leonard Nimoy's book.
Thank you, Leonard. See, that's why I like him.
He makes guys like me feel comfortable with my curves. I feel like I'm super fit. Like every time I look in the mirror, I'm just like, man, I got it together. And every time I go on a goddamn walk downtown, there's all these windows and I see my side reflection, and I'm like, damn it, man. I wish the world could only see me from one direction. Just one, and that's it. Then it'd be better.
Mr. Spock. Anyway, pesticides and fertilizers, permethrin.
What'd you say?
Permethrin.
I
just bought some. I bought some for ticks because I don't have phobias. I haven't gone. We didn't go. We canceled this last weekend.
Lazy.
But Brandy did not, and she used citronella.
Yeah, no ticks?
No ticks.
Boom, citronella's the bomb for that.
So we're veering off. Well, no, we're not veering off. We're talking about pesticides.
Yeah, that's right.
So citronella or permethrin.
Citronella is the Cinderella of essential oils for pest control.
So what Dr. G determined was that you really need a high percentage of citronella for it to be effective.
Yeah. I like to get 110%.
I'm glad that exists for you. So there's that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try this permethrin, which you can get at Walmart.
Wait a second.
What?
Did you not go hiking so you could go on a date with that mystery guy?
He is obsessed. Jeff? You're obsessed.
What did Tom say? I already said Tom, damn it.
Back to this.
All right. So, permethrin. So permethrin is essential oil from...
I don't know.
Chrysanthemum flowers.
Okay.
Can you spell that?
Yes.
I will give you $5 if you can spell that.
Chrysa, N-T-H, Chrysantha, E-M-U-M.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you, Barnes & Noble. I have no idea what the spelling is.
I know you don't because you're from Texas.
Shut it down.
But I was in the Reno County Spelling Bee.
Were you really?
Twice.
No, you weren't.
Yes.
You didn't ask me to use it in a sentence.
Okay.
I don't even know how to spell eucalyptus.
We've been on fertilizers and pesticides for like 5 minutes now. Are you ready to move forward? It's the boss taking control.
Damn. So, hey, there's Carrie Paul.
Hi.
So, you know her?
No.
Oh. So, permethrin is from essential oil from chrysanthemum flowers, and it's completely lethal to bugs, but it's non-toxic to humans.
What does it do to the bugs?
So, it is a drying agent. So, when that oil hits the skin of a bug, it sucks a little bit of water out, and then they don't have the blood vessels to compensate, so they just die.
It exsanguinates them?
God dang it, you and your Barnes & Noble bullcrap, big words.
Like a vampire.
Exsanguinate? That's not even a real word.
Yes, it is. My hair's sticking out there. Okay.
So,
fertilizers and pesticides. Let's move on. Let's talk about some of the ones that people might come across.
Hey, is sanguinate a word? I don't think
yes,
that's
it is.
It's not a word.
Yes, it is. It's from a vampire.
You're thinking
it's what vampires
strangulate.
do. What vampires do is they exsanguinate you.
Sucking your blood out?
Yes. Completely.
Is that the same as desiccated?
Desiccated is just decayed, right?
Dried. I think desanguinate's the desiccation is the end product of the desanguination. So if you spray this on fleas and ticks and lice, it just kills them like that. And ants, I use this twice for ant control. Now, it doesn't do anything for uncles.
Will it hurt animals?
If you hit them with the bottle, it will. But no, it shouldn't. Shouldn't at all.
It should not. So you could use it at home.
Right. So you have capillaries, and then so if you spray that on you, your capillaries just change, so it doesn't affect you.
I mean, your capillaries just change.
So they constrict.
They sense it.
Well, it's a drying agent.
Oh, it's a drying
Yeah.
agent.
So they actually use it in medications.
I don't need to be any more dry. I'm struggling with that right now.
Well, that's because you need to use more lotion, and you probably use soap when you take baths, and you're not supposed to use soap because you make all the natural oils in your body, and then you buy detergents and you wash out all the oils off your body.
No, that's not it. I'm thirsty a lot. I'm actually not thirsty. My throat is dry. My eyes are dry a lot.
You may be...
I think I have Sjögren's
thirsty.
syndrome.
Have you considered drinking more water and less coffee and tea?
Dr. J, you are so smart.
So
why don't I think of that?
Wait. Have you been spraying permethrin in your eyes and mouth and on your skin?
Yeah, because I like ticks. I don't want them in my mouth and nose and eyes. Let's move on. Fertilizers and pesticides.
Wait, so you can spray that stuff everywhere. It's awesome. It's cheap,
dear.
simple, everywhere. Okay, the other one is
Tenacious earth.
Earth. Another word that I don't know exactly if I spell it correctly each time, but diatomaceous is made from
the skeletons fossils.
Boom. From diatomaceous, right?
Mm-hmm.
From the Paleolithic day. So take that, Barnes & Noble.
Is that just because you said Paleolithic
I used
incorrectly?
Two big words.
Okay.
So
diatomaceous earth, that's like a
Newman.
powder.
There's Newman.
Newman, thanks for watching with us. We always like it when you're on.
Newman.
So that's kind of like a powder. Well, could that irritate your respiratory system or your animals?
So, farmers have been using this forever. It looks like flour, right? I wonder if you can make bread out of it. It looks like flour.
Oh, because it looks like flour, you should try to make bread out of it?
Can you make bread out of cocaine?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Can you?
No.
Why not?
It doesn't have
a binder to
yeast.
If you put yeast with cocaine and egg and water, would it make bread?
Somebody try this. He's going to post this tonight on his personal page.
I feel like it might be possible because it looks like flour. It's made from plants.
Anyway.
All right.
Carrie's going to make it. All right.
Can you invite me over for some cocaine bread? Have Jenna make it. She needs to have Jenna make it because she's under 18 and she'll just go to juvie for a couple years and then be right back in college. She'll be fine. Just get Jenna to make it. So diatomaceous earth.
What does it do?
So it is like razor blades to ticks and fleas and bugs.
And that's what they deserve. Ticks.
Right.
That is what they deserve.
Uh-huh.
All I gotta say is not all God's creatures deserve to exist.
That is speciest.
Mic drop.
You are a speciest.
Mic drop.
Uh-huh.
And I ain't ashamed. I don't have any tolerance for anything that is coming after you. Then latches on and pretty much uses you to survive.
Well, that sounds like your ex-boyfriend. Sounds like every ex-boyfriend I've ever heard in the history of ex-boyfriends.
Okay.
So, maybe you should get some diatomaceous earth when the relationship's over. Just throw the powder on it.
I like that.
So, ticks, right? So, I forgot. There's 3 times I forgot my citronella oil.
Okay.
And I got bit by a tick 3 times, latched on, right? All 3 times in 3 or 4 or 5 years. I think it's 3 and 5 years or something like that. they've all been the Lone Star tick.
I don't know why you keep saying this, because I'm not sure I find it that interesting.
God dang. The Lone Star tick, it secretes a thing in you, like an enzyme, that then makes you violently ill when you eat meat.
Okay.
Right? So, after the last time bless you.
Excuse me. It's probably that diatomaceous earth in the room.
She's allergic to truth. The truth that's getting thick up in here. So last time I did this, I went to the Wichita Mountains and I ended up with a tick in my belly button, which I posted. So that's pretty cool. And then I went and had a bacon burger with gluten-free bun.
Okay.
To test both pork and beef.
What?
And nothing. Nothing. I can't even have ticks.
Like right then? You did it right then?
No, like a couple days later when I went to work.
Okay.
Ticks can't even make me into a full-on vegetarian. I think my immune system is too Texan for that Lone Star tick.
You are gonna fall dead tomorrow. I'm just saying.
It's like that beef. It's like in there, and it's putting that like protein in a chokehold and like locking it down. No.
Can we get back to what we're supposed to be talking about? Oh,
You make me spit out my stuff.
A tick nest. Oh dear God, I didn't know those existed.
Oh, a tick nest.
I can't hike ever again. I love hiking.
Oh.
I've been this close to giving it up.
The secret is, so you know how sometimes people have coyotes and the farmers will kill the coyotes and then they nail it onto the fence so they like letter the coyote. So what I do is if a tick gets on me, I bite it, drink its blood, and then stick it with some gum onto the rock to let other ticks know I don't be playing around. I even wear ticks on my ears and on like a necklace of ticks and leeches, so they know Dr. G don't be playing around.
With the legs and the body and the antenna separated out.
That's right.
A tick nest, that had to be horrifying. That's all I gotta say.
Oh.
But if you're dealing with ticks, I've been reading up on this. So typically they will make their way from the bottom up. So you want to make sure that you spray your feet good.
Oh,
your
I thought
shoes,
you meant from your bottom up.
From the ground.
You can't start crawling out of your mouth with some corn.
From the ground up, then they'll crawl up to wherever they can find an opening. So it is important to start making sure that you're doused feet first.
I should have taped my belly button closed.
And and you want your clothing covered, or your clothing kind of doused.
No, don't listen to that bullshit. Take citronella oil, 100%. Put it in your hands, rub it like this, and then rub it all over your clothes and legs and shoes and backpack and hair.
That's not enough for me, folks.
No, I have no ticks when I do that.
I'm gonna jump.
Everybody else gets ticks. Everybody else gets ticks. I never get any ticks.
You got 3 Lone Star ticks.
That's when I didn't use citronella oil. See?
So citronella or permethrin, if you have a phobia like I have developed, don't listen to him and just cover yourself in it completely.
Permethrin?
Either. I'm going to do both next time.
How do you pronounce it again?
Actually, Brandy went out and they didn't get any.
How did you pronounce
I said permethrin. It looks like permethrin.
Permethrin. Oh, that sounds so much better. And Lisa Ann, she says, where are you guys coming from? Or recording from, but it's Kansas.
Wichita, Kansas.
Kansas.
In Dr. G's office.
And the last few times I've been hiking, so Carol Farrow, she has Hiking Kansas, and they keep going on these old female hiking things in Colorado and the Grand Canyon because they're sexist. But
somebody feels left out.
I know, right? So then the hiking, like I think they go every weekend, and anybody can go. So I think it's Hiking Kansas on Facebook. So it's a really great group to go hiking with. But when I do my permethrin, my citronella, all these other hikers are constantly getting ticks, and there's Dr. G all rolling tick free. And I'm all like, tick free, yo.
Can we please move forward?
Wait. Do my gang sign. Tick free, dog. Dr. G.
I really, truly feel that you're the only one that finds that.
I don't care. I live in a world where I'm going to be happy even if nobody else gets the joke. I used to make comments that I would hope that people would get like 3 or 4 years later when they'd be watching some old movie and they'd be like, oh my God, that's what that dude said at the party, right? So one example, this is great. I was dating this girl. A girl.
It happened.
Right?
It occurred.
So, she didn't know any better. So then I was dating this girl, and I was terrified of dogs. Super terrified of dogs. And so even dogs would growl at me because they could since I was so scared of them, right? So that's because I got bit on the face, right here, by a dog. Big dog went wham like this, right? So you know. A little scared. So okay, so then I'm at this party, right? And she's downstairs, and then she has friends and stuff in the kitchen, and I'm in the kitchen getting a beer, and then this dog's sitting there staring at me, and I start eyeballing the dog like, please don't bite me, and then the dog starts growling, and there was this line in a movie that I watched. It's a crappy movie. I don't even know what it's called, but this woman picks up a hitchhiker, and it's just this rogue-looking dude, and he says, man, I was really surprised you picked me up. And she said, why? And he said, well, most people could tell that I've been to prison and that I carry a gun. And I thought that was the funniest line ever. So then I'm in the kitchen of my girlfriend's house, and these all her friends are in there. And then this dog's growling at me, and they're like, oh my God, that dog never growls at anyone. And I was like, well, most dogs can tell that I've been to prison and that I carry a gun. And so to me, in my head, I'm just like, this is the best time to ever use this line. And then everybody left. Like, they all just like, no funny. They just left. And so then I had to go downstairs and tell her, hey, you may hear some stories.
I'm kind of a dumbass sometimes.
But I don't care because it was funny. Okay. Someday they're going to be up at 2 a.m., watching some movie, and some guy's going to say that, and they're going to go like, oh my God.
And they're not going to remember. They're just going to remember that you threatened them in their own home when they were having a pleasant party.
And then they're like, this guy that looks like Leave It to Beaver is a badass.
Toxic additives.
Well, what about the rest of this stuff? So before we switch that, let's talk about GMO. So 2 things about GMO, right?
What does GMO stand for, Dr. G?
GTFO, I know what that stands for. Genetically modified organisms. So what they do is they take a strain of something and then they add other DNA parts from other things. So I think in like corn, they take salmon DNA and put it in the corn. You know, normal stuff, right? But the whole purpose of making Frankenstein weirdo stuff is so that we can use the most toxic chemicals that will kill every living thing except for that one seed. Right? The problem with that is if you look over here, dun, 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 that chart over there is every biochemical process in your body. But if you share that biochemical process with plants and bugs, and so anything we use to harm nature, we end up harming ourselves in the process. So that's the big problem. So glyphosate is one of the main ones that they use. That's Roundup, horribly toxic to your DNA and your physiology. There's a new one that they're talking about on NPR that they do for soybeans that they're getting sued now for because it will end up drifting, and it'll kill the neighbor's trees, grass, flowers, pets, everything. And apparently people get upset about that, right? And they don't understand. This is profit. If everything in your whole yard has to die,
you should be supporting big business.
I mean, do you not support big business? That is so un-American. You're socialist, right? Oh, you want to be healthy and happy like every other country? Well, get out. It's America. Okay, I went too far.
And now you're stepping off your pedestal.
What?
Thank you, Tim, for that suggestion.
What did Tim say?
Yes, Tim, with back on ticks. He said some alternatives could be cycling, biking, mountain biking, or canoeing. And this is true. Before we started hiking through the winter this last year.
Oh, that was the best.
And so the winter was great because we didn't have to worry about bugs. But prior to that, about a year ago, we started cycling. And so all last summer, I didn't experience the tick phobia until our last hiking trip when it got a little bit warm.
Last year I dated this girl who cycled all the time. Well, once a month. That's a great dad joke. That's the best one.
Had to go there. I really thought there was going to be a legitimate story behind that.
She cycled. Well, at least once a month. That's really good. A patent pending.
Did you come up with that on your own?
I did. I just came up with that. He said cycling, and I thought menstrual cycle. Because I'm 12. All right. So we'll stop there.
Yeah.
And then next week, we should do What the Hell Part 3. I was trying to think there was something crazy going on.
We've got one more grouping to go through, and that's toxic additives.
Yeah. Ooh.
So there'll be some more nutrient-based additives, some more beauty products we'll cover. You
don't do it right. You're not Southern Baptist.
I'm the one that started that. And then you took...
No, I got it from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh. So, and not the South.
That's the best. Okay.
Please let us know what you would like to know so that we can keep this show interesting if it's not interesting enough already.
I think someone asked earlier about this guy's name that you went out with. I think that's on the feed somewhere. So I feel like you have a fiduciary duty to tell them.
I feel like I have a fiduciary duty to punch you in the face.
Well, now you sound like every date that I've ever been on.
Thank you for joining us tonight. We'll continue to be inappropriate and sarcastic next time as well. And also juvenile and rude.
And we'll hear about Holly's second date next week with the mystery guy.
We'll see you guys.
All right.
soon.
Love you guys. Thank you for joining. Don't touch that button.
Bye.
Don't.